activities. So this program, the Agriculture Bioeconomy Innovation Partnership Program, which is a program designed to provide modernization in agriculture. We then have a dedicated program that looks at how this program supports PhD students who then will drive the innovation in this area. So 18 Black Masters and PhD students, the number is not big, 1 Black honor student, but we want to increase this number. We earmark about 30% of our budget in each of these sectorial programs for human capital development. On the MEERKAT, we are happy that the Royal Astronomical Society awarded MEERKAT for spectacular observations and technological contributions. 180 papers were published using MEERKAT, and then we've also received from DHET the review study on institutional astronomy landscape on how we can have better coordination, transformation, how we can derive maximum socio-economic benefits and a commercialization of some of the knowledge that comes out of the astronomy in total. The review and update of our strategy, which looks at the fact that we are involved in radio astronomy and optical astronomy. Of course, on the gamma, we're working very closely with our colleagues in Namibia. So we've had a review of whether we are making the intended objective and then focus on short-term improvements and enhance coordination. And then they made some recommendations around the structure. On very new areas that we need to really build our competencies on, we are happy that on the program that we are focusing on funding that looks at quantum sensing, quantum communications, and quantum computing, which is the next generation of communications and computing. We have established quantum nodes at 5 South African universities, and we're very happy that some of these universities include historically disadvantaged institutions. 51 students and postdocs have been supported, and then we already are publishing 62 papers, including in high-profile journals like Nature and Science. So we're very happy about this. And then one of the research infrastructure, which is included in the South African Research Infrastructure Roadmap, the South African Population Research Infrastructure Network. It's conducted studies on adolescents' reproductive health, where they're examining the impact of COVID-19 lockdown on reproductive health rights in rural populations. COVID-19 related mortality, studying mortality rates and excess mortality due to pandemic, multimorbidity, collaborating with, on the multimorbidity in Africa, digital innovation, visualization and application projects to understand multimorbidity in low resource settings. We've also been working closely with the Department of Tourism nationally, but with the provincial Department of Tourism to position South Africa as a world-class astrotourism destination. This document has now been completed and we are taking it to Cabinet. And then human capacity development, transformation infrastructure development, inclusive tourism growth and partnership are part of what this document wants to do. Preserve dark skies and radio silence for astrotourism, very tricky business of making sure that people can have an opportunity to see the radio telescope without bringing radio interference, but also promote tourism, enhance visitor experience and sustainable benefit sharing opportunities. Also, we have been, as I've indicated, started to implement the decadal plan and this program, the ABIP. Earlier on, I talked about the skills, but we are also looking at the challenges of the wheat sector in South Africa, where we only produce half of the wheat that we consumed. So as part of this program, we have a wheat breeding platform, which is one of the flagships of this Agriculture Bioinnovation Partnership Program, which aims to increase local wheat production and reduce wheat imports. And the objectives are contained here industry access to improved genetics and higher yielding locally adapted wheat germplasm, supporting ongoing breeding efforts by collaborating programs, these companies and ARC, small grains, and then 220 genotypes identified for distribution, enhancing the breeding pipeline, and hopefully we will be able to meet this objective of minimizing our importation of wheat. We've also in this program worked with the cotton balers for smallholder farmers in Limpopo and Mpumalanga in partnership with CottonX SA, where the idea is to assess to the tabling equipment, assist these farmers to save on input costs in harvesting and transporting cotton and maintaining high quality of produce. 42 cooperatives benefit from the cotton baler machine, of which 60% is female. So again, very, very good program working with cooperatives. We've also, as part of this program, have 3 small, medium, and micro enterprises that have benefited from 6 Cape Alu products, and you can see the handover to the representatives of the 3 SMMEs in the Eastern Cape. And then we also held the Technology and Innovation Center workshop in February 2023, where the theme of the workshop was patent, trademark, and design search tools in South Africa. And this center also facilitates access to technological information, strengthens intellectual property management, and promotes technology transfer. And we work closely with the WIPO on this. And then, of course, we also had some, the format of the workshop. We think that the ABIPP plays a vital role in revitalizing agriculture and promoting sector growth. And then this is just some of the things that we are doing as part of modernizing agriculture, product and prototype development, identify new value chains, digital agriculture, leveraging co-funding opportunities, working with the private sector, and then fostering strong sector-wide partnership. So perhaps at the next one, we'll have a detailed example on the work that we're doing in the modernization of mining. Again, a very well matured program, which we would like to take to the next level. 14 multi-stakeholder programs were funded in 22-23, and the contributions to various agricultural activities. And again, I will not go through the details on this, and the development of the National Grains Research Program through the partnership with the grains industry. And then we had the launch of the National Biosecurity Hub by the 2 ministers at the University of Pretoria, and we've been able to leverage over 68 million from the private sector as part of this program. So this is just a picture of Minister Thoko Didiza and myself at the launch of the biosecurity in South Africa. We also are very, very happy that the Minister of Finance has announced the extension of the research and development tax incentives until 31 December 2033, so for the next 10 years. As you are aware, this tax policy instrument supports early phase research implementation of the decadal plan in particular, and the refinements to the incentives will be made, including a 6-month grace period for project commencement before submitting the application. We also are very, very happy and proud of the achievements between ourselves and UKZN, where a successful launch was done on the 2 Phoenix test rockets in March 2023. We fund the space program at UKZN. I believe this committee has had an opportunity to visit Aerospace Research Institute. And then ASRIPHONIC Space Propulsion Program focuses on suborbital launch vehicles. And there are a range of applications that need this kind of low altitude rocket carrying experimental payloads, and then high altitude rocket reaching 25-kilometer altitude over the Indian Ocean. So the sounding rocket carry experimental payloads for scientific research, and they facilitate various experiments in these areas. In March 21, AS3 achieved a new African hybrid rocket altitude record with this rocket. And it unlocks opportunities and also our ability to move into higher manufacturing capability that we have on the decadal plan. So again, just forthcoming highlights of what we mean by advanced manufacturing, and this is one of the sub-program that we will now ramp up and see whether we can really strengthen our ability to be involved in this. And then on the knowledge for inclusive development, we've had this program where with the CSIR, we are looking at how we can utilize unmanned aircraft technology to foster spatial monitoring. And then the objectives is to demonstrate initially the potential of UAVs in achieving the government's broad development goals in the fourth industrial revolution. And to date, we've acquired a commercial grade unmanned aircraft. We have done the recruitment of a small enterprise, preparing of a business case, and training and licensing of remote pilots, including unemployed graduates. So the next update will probably be able to indicate to you some pilots of the areas that are being monitored by this UAV. The program is being scaled up to support unemployed graduates. The benefits is also, of course, to empower graduates with skills and resources to engage in the growing drone industry. Also, leveraging state-of-the-art UAVs to address societal challenges and promote inclusive development and hopefully facilitate job creation, economic growth, and sustainable development through innovation and entrepreneurship. As a department and innovation and media information and communication technologies, CETA, we've signed a 3-year agreement to develop ICT and fourth industrial revolution skills. So again, this is demonstrating the working across departments. The minister has indicated that has been asking CETAs to work closely with us to develop medium to high-end skills. So the collaboration aims to benefit unemployed young people, young entrepreneurs and emerging innovators in South Africa. And this was done on the 5th of May. And then we've had successful workshops held for DSI Living Labs, M Labs on the 26th and 28th. And then we had workshops focusing on preparing innovation labs for CETA accreditation, accessing funds for digital and fourth IR skills training. So very happy with this agreement. Of course, you know, in the hydrogen work, we also have an agreement with the CETAs. We also have been working on promoting this program, Essential Oils program, that is funded by the EU at a total of 48 million rand, and 11.1 was transferred to CEDA, Essential Oils Business Incubator, SEOBI, to unlock additional funding. And what SEOBI does is it supports innovators and entrepreneurs in developing market-ready cosmetics and expanding rural production. I think this should not be there. And then we also have been working with the Department of Tourism in collaboration with our Technology Innovation Agency, where we've launched 15 tourism technology products. This was an event held during the Youth Month commemoration on the 23rd of June. And then the idea is look at innovation and commercialization of products that address unemployment and to promote entrepreneurship. We also are happy to report that the minister launched this 3D construction printing technology at UJ, working with the National Department of Human Settlements and the Department of Human Settlements at KZN. And then the technology-based model accelerates the delivery of government-subsidized houses and creates economic opportunities for SMMEs in the supplier value chain, operations, maintenance, and local components materials. On international cooperation, we